Good morning, everybody. It is time to spend a little time in Iowa's great outdoors, and when we do so, we like to call on the talent of this individual right here, Chance Patrick, joining us in studio. Jackie.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. It's
All right.
finally getting cold out.
Yes, it
I
is.
think I'm a little frightened when you said you've brought in some mystery meat here today, but you always encourage people, if you're out enjoying the hunting season, which is coming into full effect for many of us here in Iowa, it's about harvesting that animal and truly understanding what the full experience is. So I'm assuming this is a harvest of something you've hunted.
This is some of your bounty?
Yeah, if I'm coming to one of your dinners or I'm inviting you over, we're probably going to eat something wild game.
Okay, something that you have harvested yourself?
Yeah, because, you know, during the summer we fish, we have fish fries, everybody's over.
Right.
What do we do with all this wild game? You get a lot of meat off these animals, and I like to share it. I like to try different recipes, so cooking's been one of my things I've always liked. So I always like to try to make a chili.
Now, what are the responses from people that come over knowing that you're going to have some of this wild game that you're going to be feeding them?
I don't usually say anything.
You just wait and see what the response is?
Yeah, see how they like it, and then you know, I either
tell 'em at
adjust
the
or don't
end.
tell them at all, or we blame it on somebody else who we say made it. So today I brought a couple different things that I wanted you guys to try and see if you know what they are.
If we can guess what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
We
I like
started
the
off
idea of
very
trying
easy.
some
though.
new
you started out. You said that if that is your clue, you started out very easy. Here's the
Very
first,
easy.
The first meat that he is cooking up here.
And
Here
tell
it
us
is.
how you put this together. Just some seasoning, throw on a grill, or what's the preparation that you did here?
Wild game I like to marinate overnight.
Okay.
The one we got pushed a little close on the marinating time.
Okay.
If you follow Facebook, that's a good clue of what that one is.
Okay. So we're gonna try this one. Should I try it like this or try it on a sandwich?
Try both.
Okay, try it both.
Okay.
Both ways.
So
So
that
you can
gives-
have it just on its own.
Tender.
It's fall apart tender, is what it is. It really is. It's brisket tender.
It's one of those meats that people get ruined right off the bat if they've never had it cooked right.
Now, knowing you and what you like to hunt the most, I'm gonna try this now.
That one's a pepper jack with horseradish and meat.
Giving a little spice, a little kick there.
Like a little slider.
Knowing that what you hunt on a regular basis, I would think deer or venison, something along
This deer was harvested last night at
That's
6 o'clock,
6 p.m.
Last night?
live on Facebook.
This is fresh.
Thanks, Chance.
It just doesn't get any
Live on
fresher than this.
Facebook.
I
He
saw your
shows ya
Facebook Live thing. I didn't know that I was gonna be eating what you were looking for.
Yep, that's
Wow.
it.
So something that's a little more common, maybe you always see, venison
You're gonna
sticks,
see a lot more venison than anything.
things like that.
That
Not
is
necessarily
surprisingly good.
always prepared this way. And you said sometimes it all comes down to the preparation. If you cook it right, then you're going to realize this is something that you might want to get.
You can overcook very easy. Once you overcook, it goes tough, kind of just gets a little stronger, gamey taste.
And explain that, because that's what a lot of people are afraid to eat venison because they say, oh, it leaves a film in my mouth when I eat it and things like this.
Leaves
This
that
does not.
game taste is what they always say.
This does not.
So the one thing on deer meat I like to do is I like to get them hung. Okay, so I like to age that deer a couple days as I let it hang if the temperatures are cool enough.
Or a couple hours and chance.
Couple
Right.
hours. This one did. Yeah, this one here was quick. But there's different ways you can process that meat to get rid of that game taste.
This has no game taste.
It's a meat that it's Iowa's beef. It's
That's what it resembles. It resembles beef. Is what
it's
it
the
resembles.
same texture, everything. It's just getting the marinade right and cooking it to where it's done. You can overcook it like duck meat. You want a medium rare. A lot of meats you can overcook, and the next one's not going to be as easy for you to figure out.
But I also like you kind of having some fun with it by adding the pepper jack and some other fun
Yeah.
things. So have some fun
some
with
fun,
what you
mix
harvest
things up.
and introducing
here's-
that to your friends. This is more of a white meat,
Yeah, this
so to
is,
speak.
Yep.
It's a little bit different. You take a look here, and it looks like it's been tenderized. So it's probably a little tougher meat if it's tenderized.
Yep.
Okay.
And this one is not native to Iowa, okay?
Oh, it's not?
No, this is one that I've brought back to Iowa,
Can you tell us from where, or is that going to give it away?
Texas.
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 I would
We're
almost
going
guess-
way south.
I would almost guess because of the texture and the color, like a boar of some sort.
You're exactly right.
Is it really?
Yep, that's
All right.
wild boar.
Wild boar.
Lou needs to be on the what meat am I eating competition because he's getting it.
And I'll tell you the logic behind this, Jackie, is it resembled pork.
Yep.
When it was sitting here, and that's a
Okay.
wild boar.
See, wild boar was one of those animals when I first started hunting wild boar. I was like, oh, I don't like the taste. It was strong.
Right.
This is not strong at all.
It's not. It's because it was processed right. So hanging it, salt curing some of the inside, help bring out some of that blood is what we want to do. Extract that.
Okay.
And then process everything. A lot of people like to wash. Like they'll get their animal harvested and they want to wash it.
Right.
Water creates bacteria. I don't use water.
What do you use?
I use a little torch if there's hair, burn it off. I was taught by some of the best butchers there is. The guys down at B&B are like, quit using water, use your torch, get it clean, and wipe it clean. When you process that meat, you're taking that first layer off anyways before it goes into the grind or into your cuts and stuff. Yeah.
And I'm glad you mentioned there are some fabulous butchers around. So if this is something maybe you're not into, but you still want to have that harvest of what you're hunting, you can take it to some experts or learn from them, or as we're learning from you this morning.
Yeah, Wild Game's amazing, and it's out there. You know, at the end of the day, the meat's probably just as expensive as beef, but we enjoy doing it. We're making memories. There's a lot of work that goes into this. I mean, I was up till midnight cutting.
With the deer, but at the same time, you have to realize with the deer, at least around here, you're helping the environment too, because and safety in some areas because there's an overpopulation in some areas.
And they are on the move right now.
Right.
Last night was the first night that I've been out that I've seen that activity of chasing. When they start chasing,
season, correct?
Yes, they're just getting started, and it's only going to get worse for the next few weeks. Okay, the cold temperatures have made it kick in.
So please pay attention around the roadways because they're not paying attention to you when they're in mating season. They are not paying attention. What did you do for a sandwich to make something different besides just throwing it on the grill? So we pounded it out
to get the tenderness, added just a little bit of seasoning. And then this one here, we like to add the Geno's Creamy Parmesan. There's different ones you can add to it, but that one's my...
That's your go-to favorite?
That's my go-to, yeah. Just nice, and it just gives it a nice... pork flavor.
Good flavor, and that's where it's a really good piece of meat.
It's just a nice, good, clean piece of pork. And like I said, when I first started it with the wild boar, I was like, oh, I can't do it. But then once I learned how to process them, get them all cooked up, yeah, it's
all right. So people may have some questions for you about all this. So where do they get a hold of you?
They can find me on Facebook at I Was Great Outdoors or Chance Patrick, either one.
Okay. Currently, they need to watch the Facebook Live video and watch what you're doing late at night.
I didn't watch it all the way through, and now I wish I would have.
It got very intense because I had watched that doe come out and it was working her way towards me, and next thing you know, I heard a lot of crashing in the timber. And that's the reason why I like the Facebook Live, is because you're seeing it as I'm seeing it, and the intensity, my heart's going. So the animal I thought I was going to take at 40 yards ended up being taken at 3 because that buck chased her right into me, and then he just stood there and kind of kept her there. Her attention was on him because I'm kind of clumsy and I'm big. I get in a tree. I'm not the most gentle.
So what you're saying, Chance, if people want to see this guy, go to your Facebook page.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And you get to be able to see what this guy looked like before this.
Yep.
Perfect. Wonderful. And with other advice too.
And it's going to feed us all winter.
That's perfect, isn't it?
There you go. So there's a rhyme and a reason to everything we're talking about. So thank you for sharing your harvest.
Enjoy your game. And whatever you harvest, you must try.
Okay. There you go. Great advice this morning. You're watching Iowa Live here on CW Iowa 23.